All right, kids out there in trader land, the results are in. My name's Des here at Grok Trade. It's Tuesday, May 5th, 2015. And I asked everybody yesterday, as a pop quiz, we're looking at the spiders, what took place? And what took place here was volume dropping on the rise, and we had this candlestick. So I asked everybody what they saw, and this is pretty basic and telling. So here's a chance for everybody to pipe in. That said, let's go here to YouTube, where we had a number of people give their responses to the video, and we have here by Silver by the Odds saying no conviction in volume, great review, thanks Des. And that's right, no conviction on volume. Again, we see here we're going higher, volume decreasing as you go higher. Not a good thing. And I need to send that call to voicemail. Next, Jeffrey, expect to drop due to low volume and bounce off of resistance. And question is, will the SPY stay inside the triangle or break down through it? The Russell already broke it last week. I thought that was an excellent analysis. And if you go here, take a look. We go up, 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 hit resistance on dropping volume, and we saw that we already had weakness playing out on the Russell. So I gave him extra bonus points for that. And here, volume says reversal lower, and shooting star says the same, but banks contradict. Oh, awesome review, love it. I'm hoping for a drop to close out some SPY puts. Congratulations, you got that drop. And we have here, last thing, interesting to note, VIX was up 1.2. So Ed O'Donnell did exceptionally well in the analysis. Paris Alou 1, stocks going down again tomorrow, and he nailed it, or he or she nailed it, because we did get a drop today. Doesn't think it's going to crash, but going up with oil prices. And anyway, so those are some comments that we received on YouTube comments, and there's also other areas you could leave comments. So check this out. Here's what happened. Boom, to the downside. Huge candlestick dropping. Here, spiders down 1.15%, Dow down 0.8%, Nasdaq down 1.6%, Russell's down 1.3%, Nasdaq and Russell's down the most. Banks off by 0.56%, not doing as poorly as the rest of the markets today. But however, yesterday, even though we showed a lot of weakness, the banks were up quite a bit. So it shows that the underlying current is trying to stabilize the markets here. Gold up, silver up 0.7%. But what's interesting is where we close. So here we drop, found support, we bounce, we go higher, we bust through an area of resistance, but we close below it. That's a shooting star, not an inverted hammer. An inverted hammer would be at the lower part of a leg. So if that candlestick was down here, that would be an inverted hammer. But because it developed at the top of the leg, that is a shooting star. It shoots up, it looks glorious for a moment, and it fades away to nothing. Shooting star. And today we got a lower low, and then we went lower, going below the 20-day moving average, lower, and we pause here at trend line. So we got this big trend line that we stopped at. Every time we get to this trend line, we pop. 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 We get to this trend line. So the question is, will we pop? We're getting dangerously deep into this apex of the triangle. So it could continue to chop around here. We still have some support with financials in there, but Once the financial support drops out, I expect the markets to start bleeding out, but it's in a dangerous, dangerous place here. So if it can break up above all these resistance points, very bullish. If it can do that, like it has the past 2.3 years, every time we start to show danger, it tends to go higher. But we are very overbought in this market, way, way, way overextended, statistically speaking, on the technicals. So here we dropped on a tick higher on volume. So very dangerous. If we drop below here, we're in trouble. What's interesting, gang, is we had already dropped below it last week on the Russells, which are the small caps. Small caps will always be the first group to fall out of bed. That's a term here in the United States, meaning bad things are going to happen. You can get hurt. Drop. We continue to drop here on the Russell's 2000. So because this has happened already, it tells us that the spiders could do it next. Now, the Nasdaq, love to go here to look at the Nasdaq. Nasdaq here is at a support area. It has to hold, but it dropped on big time volume, huge volume on the sell side. The Dow, not nearly as important to me. However, we're in the apex of a triangle. Be looking for movement, big movement. I'm saying big movement, either up or down. Right now, my guess, if I had a gun to my head, I'd say we're going to move down. But you know, we don't make that decision until it happens. We don't trade what we think. We trade what we see. Big difference. So please understand. Some of you guys out there like to take what I say and run with it as being a call of certainty. We have no idea what's going to happen from one day to another. So what you have to do is watch the markets and trade what you see. So in this case, did I go short because we had a hanging man and the markets gave us volume that were dropping? So volume was dropping. Hanging man at resistance. Did I go short? The answer is no. Why did I not go short? And why am I still flat the market? Here's why. Even though the odds were in my favor for us to drop, I don't know. I did not know if we were going to pop higher or drop, even though more indications were showing we had a big possibility of a drop taking place, which we did get. But we still had the bank showing a lot of support. So this thing, if for example, if it started to pop with the bank support, all the people that were looking to go bearish here would be buying to cover. So you'd have the bulls and the bears both buying, big volume, big rally to the upsides. That could happen very easily. The reason I am flat the market right now, and I will continue to be, is because we are still within the confines of the triangle. As soon as we leave the confines of the triangle and have confirmation on the bull side, I will commit to a short position or long, depending on which way we break out. And a very quick look here, we're going to go to the or the tech stocks here and take a look. Apple was down more than 2%. Apple's at a support area. However, it failed to reach resistance on this last leg up, so this could be problem areas for that. GoPro was off by 4%, had a nice pop. Now we're filling the gap. I would be looking for a trade maybe around $47 on the bull side if the markets do in fact go bullish. Taser after after earnings, and it just continues to run higher, up 2.7%. Nice rally here. And that's all I will feature. So I hope everybody learned something with this analysis today and yesterday in the pop quiz yesterday. Thanks for those who participated. Some of you guys sent emails in. Some of you commented in some other more obscure areas where our videos end up. Thank you so much for those. And we will catch you guys tomorrow.